What's up, guys? Hope you all can see me and hear me. I think I could take this off, actually. I'm not going to use this mic. You missed me. Everybody in the chat, can you hear me good? Oh, thanks. Cool. I'm in my mid-30s. No hoodie today, no. Changing it up. I do like to keep it pretty cold in my house, so I grew up in a cold climate, so just give it a few minutes here and let some other people join. If you guys want to chat on there, I can. Doing great, Samantha. Doing great. How about yourself? Voice is a bit low. Well, maybe I'll just have to speak louder. Is that better? Cool. What's up, guys? So good to see you all here. I wasn't too sure how many people we get in here today, but the turnout's looking pretty good so far. Pretty excited about it. Beautiful day here in Ontario. Awesome. I love Ontario. Cool. See, we still have some people joining, so I'm just going to give it another few seconds. Just a comment, guys, we have such a great community here. I mean, just look at the chat so far. Like, people just, the amount of support, and, you guys talking to each other, enjoying hanging out with each other. A lot of times at nighttime, I get to spend time on VC, and just the amount of regulars that come in and form friendships of just a common interest, everything else aside, it has been awesome. The community is the foundation for everything we're doing, and we really have a strong one here. Game's going good. We'll get into that. There will be a VR version. Plenty of diamond hands in here. Plenty. Might have some new investors, some maybe even people that getting ready to FOMO back in. I'm not sure if you could do GIFs here. Pito got Silverback LP. Yeah, this is pretty cool though, guys. This is the first one of these that we're doing. We'll be doing more of these for sure. We really had to line it up right and get all the bugs worked out before we could do it. We had to reschedule the first one, but it looks like it's going good so far. Really good. Okay, where are we at? 56. So 5 minutes. Let's give it another like 30 seconds, and I'll go into the a little bit of what we got going on here. A little bit of review. Gonna do, a little bit of how I feel about where we're going, and then Coinbase, yeah. Hey, just to make it clear, right? We're not listed on Coinbase. We are being tracked by Coinbase, but that is the first step to being listed by Coinbase. So, yes, it is insane. It is awesome. Absolutely. All right, so I think we're at a good point where we can, start going over some of this stuff. To do like a pre-sale recap. Okay, so everybody knows we had most people know we had a pre-sale that was a fair launch, and we raised over 5,000 BNB. We amassed over 4,000 holders. We sold 632 BNB in just the first 2 minutes. Okay. Now I do have notes here, so excuse me if I keep looking over here, but it's so much going on in this project that I can't just script it off for you guys off the top of my head. But throughout that pre-sale, our socials have been going nuts too. At that point, right before our pre-sale ended, we were at over 15,000 Telegram community, 14,000 Instagram followers, over 4,000 Twitter followers. The whales were just pouring in. Even in the pre-sale, we were seeing 100 BNB buys, 60 BNB buys, 35 BNB buys, just consistently. People aping into the project on a fair launch, okay? So that really, shows a testament as to people doing their research about the project and really getting to know the team, whether it be on TG or Discord or, through our huge marketing campaign that we did, and really trusting the team to, put that kind of money in there. Pre-launch marketing campaign. We did so many AMAs. Okay, AMA after AMA after AMA, and I want to give a shout out to Lord Will Young and DJ Andy. They facilitated those AMAs so well. Will's right on top of it. Andy's right on top of it, coming in with the good answers. And really, we've had people who we've held AMAs with. The actual hosts ape into the project and follow it and continue with us from there as well. So, that really goes to show as well as how far, not only the team's willing to go, but, the community as well. Pre-launch, we had DEX tools, PooCoin, BSC scan ads, 24/7, just running constantly. All sorts of crypto callers, whether it be on Instagram or what have you, YouTubers going nuts. And you want to talk about pre-sale is we really, we put our own money into that. We did this huge marketing campaign out of our own pockets, and really the community that came in and saw that really got a grasp of how serious we are into not only investing in ourselves, but investing into bringing a project to succeed. Going on, celebrity influencers campaign, 12 million followers on IG. There were so many people with just millions of followers that we were getting on board, which was pretty awesome. 30 plus YouTubers, shout out, press releases. Obviously you get those, any project that's willing to put in the marketing, the normal is the press releases, and we hit those hard. TikTok, Instagram, excuse me guys. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook influencers. And it's just been a wild ride, done a very, very, very good job at marketing pre-launch through our fair launch, right? Such a a good community we've gotten together here. And then to, move forward, post launch, we did the high budget ads everywhere. Crypto callers on board, New York City billboard, we had that. People loved that. A lot of our community, they could not get enough of the New York City billboard, really. And then, we continued with celebrity influencers, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I mean, we just kept on going post launch. It really hit it hard. If you guys haven't had a chance, please go to the Telegram and check out our Petoverse news channel. I believe you can just type in the words news channel and the link will come up right there, and you can literally go through the huge amount of posts there of all the marketing we've been doing, and we're really proud of that. Anybody that's joined the AMAs knows that I'm a marketing guy myself. Have been for years, and that really tickles me when I get to see the all the work that we've put into it and how it's all come together. Okay, great. Hang on. Okay, there we go. So moving on, guys. Down the road, we're going to continue with the YouTube, the Twitter, the Instagram, TikTok influencers. It's all been working really well. And we are going to continue that. Major press release coming, CERTIC audit. Let's get on that for a second. So today it's at 81% complete, which it's in the preliminary where it's shared to our project. And the issues are discussed, and it's in review right now for us to resolve those issues, if any, and get it out there. So you're not going to wait much longer for the CERTIC. It's going to be done very soon, unless there's a major finding, which I don't quote me on this, but as far as I know, we're good. So expect that really soon, guys. And then we're going to continue to trend. Right now, we're in this bearish market, right? Okay, we've all been experiencing it. Anybody who's new to crypto, so what that means is, so they call it the mother coin is Bitcoin. We're paired with BNB, who's paired with Bitcoin. They've all been going down lately, and there's a bit of a recovery finally happening. But during that downtrend, that's not when you put out marketing. So that's why you saw us pump the brakes on marketing a little bit, focusing on the game, putting out more, game previews into the chat at TG, and we keep up with them over on Discord, and you'll see it on our Twitter or Instagram, things like that. And we have another announcement coming up real soon. I'm not going to do it here, but right after this, we'll have another costume preview that we have going on. We've already shared with the VIP group, which we also have, and has been really, beneficial to the project to really get the whales on board as a community. And the conversation over there is 100% business. Those guys like to talk, about the project and what can make the project better, and getting into their investments, things like that. I'm not saying it's just these are the top 30 people in the project, the 30 highest holders. You get there someday for sure. Come over and I welcome you over there to join us. And they do get updates prior to most of the group. So they know about the costume announcement. They've seen it. You guys will all get to see it when we're done here. I'm not going to keep this YouTube live stream going too long, but we still have some things to go over. Getting into, so we went over CERTIC audit. And remember, guys, the Trust Wallet logo came in so quick. The DEX tools trending has been going crazy. we've literally been taking over the space, and you can tell that by the DMs that the team gets. You get a lot of other projects coming in, and their jealousies. They know we're a threat, and I'm not going to call anybody out here, but what I'm saying is, when you get people starting to panic in your DMs about their own projects, it's like, why are you even talking to me? I mean, it's almost a compliment to us because we've just been doing so well with everything. Looking amazing, guys. We did have, like I said, the market was going down there for a little bit, and we showed a nice recovery so far, really showing community trust. People, just getting into the project, new wallets coming in, and our transparency. I will literally sit on the VC, not every night, but a lot of nights I'll sit there, before I go to bed for like 3 hours and talk to people. And you're more than welcome to come join us on VC, and I'll be in there. We have a bunch of cool regulars that also like to hang out in there, and we don't just talk crypto. I'll spend 3 hours in there talking about the project, where it's headed. Ideas for the project. We brainstorm. I have a whole notebook here of ideas that I take down from people I talk to, and then I take it back to the team, and we chat about them too. Some of them, it's just they don't work out, but some of them we do listen to the community, is all I'm saying. And the transparency and delivery of everything, whether it be the airdrops, the raffle we just did, everybody receives everything we've ever talked about. There was some sort of glitch the other day in the dashboard. We have a beautiful dashboard. If you go over to Petoverse.io, where you can track, your rebates and your compounding interest, everything that you're getting, right? And there was a glitch just on the website. It's not that people didn't get, what they were due, but there was a glitch on the website. The community came to us. We handled it real quick. And then it turned out, it was just a couple people having that issue. And most of the community was, fine with it. So, they did a reboot. They fixed the issue, as far as I'm aware. And we see things like that, and, we're right on top of it. We are always here for you guys to, if you have any issues, we want to make sure we take care of them. In that same turn, you walk a fine line when you get into social media of people who will come in and either they don't understand the project and they just have questions, or they're coming into soft FUD because maybe they're from another project and they're jealous or something like that. Or, then there's just, sometimes there's crazy people out there that just want to cause problems. Well, we do entertain those people as well, but only up to a certain point. At the end of the day, we want to answer everybody's questions, but if it starts going around in circles and circles and it's just not beneficial to anyone, and it causes a ruckus in the community, because at the end of the day, we have a tight-knit community. You go over to our TG and there's any FUD, you literally have so many investors who are just automatically all over that person. And that's what we have mods and admins for, but the community really takes care of it itself. When you talk about the community, the communities like this, that's one of the proudest things about this project for me thus far. And I really think, that's going to be what takes us to the next level, to the next step. We're working on the game development, and we've been showing you previews of what we're up to, and it's going really, really well. The mapping looks good on it. Cruising around in the space there is just looking so awesome. The different costumes are lining up. David the Great's doing a real, real great job coding the game and everything. So, guys, we want to show you a peek behind the curtain as much as we can. The only stuff we don't really show you is the the stuff that would cause FUD. And by that, I mean, if we make a promise, so like if something's not finished, right? And we show it to you and it doesn't turn out the same way because we're not done developing it yet, we don't want anybody to be like, well, I thought you said it was going to be this. Okay. But as much as we can show you, we do. I mean, you want to talk about transparency, and we're right here for you. I'll be the first to come on here and, answer some questions or direct someone to the right place, or, just try and get everybody either on the same page or happy with each other. Like I said, we'll hang out in VC and talk from anything about, cool shoes to VR games that, aren't even ours, and just, really it's that communication and that sense of bonding with, other people from around the world that really creates this strong community. And, everybody here is holding, the ones that don't hold, that probably FOMO back in because we are headed, like, trust me, the bull run starts, and we're going to take over even more than we already have. You type just PETO in PooCoin, and the only thing that comes up is Petoverse with our logo right there, like PET, we're killing it, guys. I'm pretty excited about how even in this bearish market, we've developed a recovery. Everybody who's been holding on and active in the community has stayed active in the community. Obviously, sorry, I was reading a comment around the depth. Ooh. People who have been holding on and been all about the project still are, and they're still here, which is great. You don't see that with a lot of projects. As soon as they see red, a lot of people just run away. But you really have something solid here. Not only a utility and a use case, but you have a community that cares about each other and wants to help each other not only learn, grow, but become better investors. And everyone is really getting behind the Petoverse project. Let's see. Yeah, look at our TG. It's up over 18,000 members. That's all organic. Our Discord is, close to 7,000 members. Our socials are in the 5 digits, creeping up there. And this is just the start. Guys, we're almost 2 weeks old, not quite. In just that small amount of time, just look at everything I've just talked about and how big our socials are becoming and the community that's getting together. The community and the socials and the communities within the socials, these are the foundation of the entire project. If we don't have you guys, we can't do the development and bring you the game that you're going to love, right? So we really try to foster that, relationship and that growth that we have. And I think we are doing a fantastic job so far. Like I said earlier, it's one of the things I am most proud of about the project is the community. To the point where when I talk to people in the TG and even myself, if someone is not there, we miss them. I'm like, last night I was like, well, where's Daniel? He's one of our investors that does market research, and he really likes to get on, these programs where he can track the different charts. And it's just really interesting, to listen to him and his opinions about, what's going on. You really get with Telegram and Discord, you get to connect with people from all over the world, and then really, form friendships and alliances, which is the same thing you're going to be able to do in our game. You're going to be able to form guilds at the tavern. And then all these relationships, when it's finally out, the community within here can go into the metaverse and they can all play together and, form guilds and go against other people they've met in the TG and really, I mean, you're going to talk about this really like kumbaya. Like, I mean, everybody's doing great, man. Everybody's excited about it. And like I said, there's nothing we can do about the market when it goes red. But if you follow B&B, we're following right with them, and there's projects out there that don't have a fraction of what we have. And, then they're sitting there trying to come at me saying, well, you point the finger at me. Like, I don't have time for that. I'm so focused on this project. And just a side note, if you guys come into my DMs, I can scan through the DMs, and if it seems like a legitimate question about the project, I always try to reach it. But I've been doing this for quite a while now, so most of the ones that I see that are marketing proposals, you need to send those to the right channels, guys. Go into the Telegram chat and type in marketing, and a link will come up, and you can send your proposal there. Please don't get upset if I don't get back to you, because I might have skimmed over it thinking it was marketing or something like that. The best way is to go into our Telegram chat or our Discord as well. We have such a great group of mods and admins, and the core team's always present, or not always present, but consistently present, to where shout out to our mods and admins. They're so knowledgeable, they are so helpful, positive. They are right on top of things. When some garbage comes into the chat room, they take care of it right away. And we do have a set of rules for our chat, so don't get offended if for some reason you got muted or something. Just get with one of us and we'll talk about it, and we'll get you back in the group. It's fine. But just go over some of that etiquette. I think we've hit a lot of good points here already. I don't want to keep this too long, so maybe we can do a couple questions here on the chat. Let me start reading through here. This person has 30% more pedo than they started with on day one. Listen, guys, sorry. So the compounding and interest, everybody's been receiving that. Once in a while, very rarely, you'll get someone go into the chat room and say, I'm not getting my tokens. And that's just not true. It's on their end. We have whales, like I had mentioned earlier, our VIP group, which is for the top 30. We have whales in there who, we got one guy, he was receiving $2,000 a day in passive income. Okay. Now just think about that, guys. There's a reason people are getting into this project. People are throwing large amounts of money into this project, because it truly is, the key to earning passive income. And a lot of people lately in the crypto space are adding these things to their portfolio, where you can gain passive income. The trick is to learn the legitimate ones and the ones that actually work. And, that's us. We are legitimate. We are double KYC, double audited, about to be triple audited. We have the mother of all audits coming in. Certic is 81% complete. So, then you look at our system and you go, whether, all the features within the white paper. And if you haven't had a chance, please go through the white paper, read it 3 times if you need to, but try to comprehend on how all the features work together in this synergistic, platform that just, they really like, one leans on the other, and they really, you say, how can we sustain this high APY? Because not only is it just a fraction, every 15 minutes, but it comes out to 2.76% daily. And, the taxes take care of that. And as it inflates, it also deflates. Our Inferno pit, we burn a percentage of every transaction, and that also compounds and, stakes and compounds, and is continually burning that way. So say your tokens go to the Inferno pit. Well, every 15 minutes, that, just like your bag, is growing and burning. So, it's definitely a sustainable project, and I couldn't be happier to be part of it. We have, what you think of the month the full game will be out? I can't promise a month of the full game, but what I can say is that we are right on track for alpha release, which should be just a couple weeks here, guys. We are right on track. We're even doing better than we thought. And you can go to our Petoverse news channel and scroll through a lot of the posts there, and you can see, all the updates we've been giving, whether it's, the mapping, the inside look at the game development, the costumes, and things that come with the NFT fragments, even right down to the players, the way he moves and stuff. So we really just share it with you guys as much as we can, to a point. Okay, KG, I think I just explained that in case you missed it. He says, so many people are asking 2 million % of APY possible at the end of the year. And some people can't believe this. And he doesn't want them to FUD about us. And, that just that statement right there goes to show how supportive the community is. He doesn't want FUD in the project. You never FUD your own bag, and you certainly don't want other people FUDing it. But, to get back to your question, like I said, it comes out to 2.76% daily. And that's based on how many tokens are in your bag. And not only that, but, of course, we're going to need to see the volume to sustain that. And it's not going to be a problem, guys. I mean, with everything between marketing, the game coming out, the supportive community, this market starting to turn around, that is not a silly number at all. 2.76% a day, towards however much is in your bag. Someone might have 0.1 BNB in their bag. It's not like, it's not a number where you can take 2 million % per holder. It's not. It's based on how much is in your bag. Which is definitely a sustainable number. We've ran through everything with a fine-tooth comb, done it hundreds of times, checked everything, and we are looking good, guys. And there's not a person in here, or I can't say that. There's some fudders, not on YouTube, but what I'm saying is the majority, 99.1% of people in the project will tell you that they've received everything that we've said so far. We deliver. Not only that, we're transparent. So, the proof is in the pudding, so to speak, the proverbial pudding. Any plans for project collaboration, maybe with bigger projects like these two? Plans? No, there's no plans for that. Clear, cut, and simple. We are a separate entity operating with a very experienced team, creating a company with a fantastic project, fantastic product. There's no reason to do that. If down the road, if there was some feasible reason to do that, I don't see it, not being talked about. But I don't. There's no plans for that. Do you think the market will recover this year, in your own opinion? Yes. I think it'll recover sooner than you think. It's no one can truly say, one way or the other. But like you said, excuse me, in my own opinion. My opinion is yes, and I think it'll be sooner than, by the end of the year. I think it'll be very soon, very soon. How do you see this project in 5 to 10 years from now? I see it as being a powerhouse and a household name, for sure. What's the percentage of the CERTIC audit? Right now it's 81%, and the preliminaries have been shared with us, and now it's in review by our departments. And if there's any issues with it, we'll work with CERTIC to resolve them, to bring you guys the best possible results for the audit that you can ever hope for. Partnerships with institutions. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but we have several partnerships with, if you just go to our news channel and look at the countless YouTubers and things like that. But as far as institutions go, as far as my understanding of what an institution is, like a college, nope. So how will the game provide boost to the token? The advertising, I assume. The game itself is the use case for the token. So, I mean, it already has its boost right there. The utility within it. If you go over the white paper, you go into the white paper and you look at game development and scroll to the bottom, you'll see the way things are going. So it goes down to alpha release, and then to our native token, which we'll be releasing, which will be for in-game use. It's called Petogen. So it'll be another token. So, I mean, really, we have this all lined up. Advertising is not a problem whatsoever. But the question is a little conflicting, saying that how will the game provide a boost, but the advertising. I think I explained both of those well enough. I want to know if the price shot up to, say, $1,000, will the APY remain the same? Yes, that is what we've advertised. That is, if there's any changes ever being made, guys, to anything, we're either gonna, you guys will definitely be a part of it. We're here for you guys. We're passionate about gaming. We're passionate about development. Our number one love is the game, right? The perk of that as well is being integrated into the metaverse and cryptocurrency. So, at the end of the day, I mean, are you not happy with 2 million plus percent APY? Even when it goes to a higher price, we're going to need to use that for, furthering the company. We're creating a company here, and we're just getting off the ground. We are, barely 2 weeks old. So, very exciting things happening here. And, when we put it all together, and when she does fly, trust me, the funds that are created are going to be used to further the project and further your love of the metaverse. We're not here to quit. We're here for the long term. I mean, it's so exciting to start a company with such a beautiful vision, awesome core team, tons of experience, awesome mods and admins. I mean, beautiful community. I get so excited just talking about it. So I hope that answers your question. Someone wants to sell their kidney for more pedo. CEX listings are in the works, Matt, for sure. There's plenty in the works, not just CEX listings. If any of you had a chance to join our our VC at nighttime, a lot of times I talk about looking into alternative marketing, as to try and get our project, which is amazing. So the more people you get in front of, those people are going to also realize it's amazing. They're going to tell their friends, and eventually, once it makes its way on the block meaning like not blockchain, but like once it makes its way into the general flow of social media, then we'll be on fire. I promise you guys. If you don't buy now, I don't know what to tell you. Buy later too, whatever. But once it hits that general stream of getting known, I mean, like I told you, we're barely 2 weeks old. But once we hit that flow, we're there, guys. Trust me. Aside from new investors, what will the other sources of revenue be for this project? When you look into our white paper and you can go into the game development, not only our native token, the Peto Gem, but within the game, when we hit the metaverse, there's advertising space all over the game. So we'll be doing partnerships with major companies as well as maybe startup crypto projects. Unlike other projects who want to seriously just block out and ignore that any other altcoin or crypto or whatever exists, we're not here to do that. We want to support other people and help them grow when we get there as well. How does the play to earn work? Any news on how this works? Well, it's play to earn. And the finer details I cannot release yet, just because if we need to change something, I don't want to be quoted as saying, well, you said this or you said that. So you just gotta have to wait on that. A lot of that is being finalized right now. So, you can look forward to that. But after we release the Peto Gem, which you should also be looking forward to. We're not really hyping it up yet, but it's coming. How long were you working as a team before the coin was launched? So a lot. So the way so Telegram works in a sense that you can get on Telegram and you can meet people from all over the world. You can go and maybe moderate a group, or you get to talk with different developers or someone who's into coding, or you get in this call group and you hear about this project and you get to talk to other people. Well, it's just a collection of people, trusted people, over a period of time. This is not to the point where we just hire people, based on their resume. These are friendships that have been formed over several years of people, talking to each other, learning how they operate, learning what their skills are, and it formed this group. So it's an aggregate of different years. So you can't. It's not like just one day we got together and we could start the timeline there. So I hope that answers your question. I think we got time for maybe one or two more questions. So how are you going to bring value to the ecosystem within the metaverse? For example, the NFTs question mark. And how are you going to advertise the events within the metaverse to attract volume? I loosely went over this, but this is more specific, I guess. But between the in-game buys, the NFTs, the everything involved in the game, also including the partnerships, advertising space, Really, to get an in-depth view, I suggest you go over to the white paper. Also, if that doesn't do it for you, if you don't really have a grasp, then if you go over to Telegram and type in the word /AMA, and all of our recorded AMAs come up. I mean, I think we've had somewhere in the neighborhood of like 15 AMAs so far. We've been really putting ourselves out there, and it's been going really well. So, attracting volume is not going to be an issue. Like I said, when we do hit the mainstream of everything, volume's definitely not going to be an issue then. But as far as volume goes now, just our community's holding tight, and anytime anybody new comes in, we're just right now we're slowly attracting investors, and we put out the Certic audit. We keep pushing out the game development. We keep hitting each stage of our roadmap. I mean, that's what's going to attract even more investors when they know for a fact, if they didn't already believe it, by the fact that we're doxxed, double KYC, double audited, next to Certic. We keep pushing through. We got tracked by Coinbase. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. And eventually, when you show that much transparency and delivery as far as different aspects of a project, that's when you're really going to start to see people get super behind the project. Okay, FS, I suggest you go over to the Telegram and ask your question there. I'm not going to argue about it here on YouTube, but that's not correct. So I got time for maybe another question. If market will go down and down, do you have any plans how to save this project? Well, if you head over to our white paper, once again, guys, a lot of your questions can be answered in the white paper. And if you research it and really read it through, and then if you still have questions, come over to the TG and we can work it out over there. At KG, there's buybacks right there, okay? Which on top of that, I mean, we've let you guys in on every buyback we're doing. We come into the TG, we tell you, okay, we're going to do some buybacks here. The PAL or PALE, is going to, show a little sells here, and we're going to hit it with buybacks afterwards, and we do. We do it every time. I'll let you in on it. So, I know PC is first. Any plans for Meta or Oculus? Yes, it's coming. Once again, I believe you're the same person I told. Go to the white paper, go to game development, check out the bottom. It'll give you a little map of where the game's headed. And on the last of that is Metaverse VR. Really excited about that. I'm probably going to have to do some drywall repair in here after putting those goggles on. Why did you name it Petoverse? Well, it's Metaverse and pets. So, that really came together, and I think it's it's an odd name to where it brings your attention to it. Exactly why you asked the question, right? So I think that works. There's no such thing as bad press, guys. Love the lights in the background. Awesome. I'm glad you like them. So yeah, I think we've had a pretty good first run here on YouTube, and I will be doing more of these. Like I was talking about earlier, I'm looking into alternative marketing, such as podcasting and stuff like that. I do have one on my radar right now that we are looking to pick up and do a podcast with, which should be pretty fun. But you know, this is just another step in the forward direction of progress, right? You know, looking out at all, you know, different sources of media. How can we, Joe Rogan? I got to fly out to LA for that one. Let's wait till we're when we hit Binance. We'll think about Joe Rogan, but that would be cool, man. But you know, this is just another step in the right direction, guys, to, you know, expanding our social awareness, to reaching out to different platforms. So here we are on YouTube live now. You know, it's been such an honor to be with all you guys so far, and such an opportunity to work with the team and the mods and admins and everybody so far, to really get to the point we're at in just 2 weeks. So you know, I'm so looking forward to, you know, watching and working and being part of the progress that is the Petaverse, you know, moving forward. So, guys, if I didn't get to your question, I'm sorry. Come over to the Telegram, and I'll hop in VC in a little bit. If I'm not there when you get there, there's plenty of people that will help you out with any questions you may have. We're so happy to have each and every one of you here. Please go tell your friends about everything, you know, you're involved in as far as the Petaverse goes, and what you've seen. And, you know, if you have any more questions, please come over there, and you know, we'll get them taken care of. But thank you guys so much for being here today. I truly do appreciate it, and we'll be doing more of these, I promise. All right, guys. Have a great day. We're Petaverse.